Hey, what's up guys? Robert here again with another video lesson with Tolar Guitar. Last week I believe we got a request to do a song called Beggars and Hangers On Slash's Snakepit. So that's what we're going to be covering today. First thing you got to know is that it's not in standard tuning. It's actually down half a step, and the low E string is actually tuned to a C sharp. So the tuning would be C sharp, or if D flat, if that's what your tuner says, C sharp, D flat. The A string is tuned to an A flat, or if it says G sharp on your tuner, G sharp. The D string is D flat or C sharp, depending on what the tuner says. Mine says a lot of sharp, so it doesn't say any flats, but yours might say something different. The G string will be to A sharp or G flat. The B string will be to B flat or A sharp, and then the high E string will be tuned to E flat or D sharp. Okay? The beginning part is actually using a slide, and we're gonna pretty much start off with the first riff. So let's see if we can get a zoomed in on my hands. It's kind of a complicated riff as far as getting the rhythm and pattern of it, so you got to get kind of familiar with how it goes. It starts off by getting the 3rd fret on the 4th string note right there, and if you're playing with the slide, you got to get it like right on over the fret to get the right note, and then you slide it back a fret and then let the string go like that. If you're not used to using slide, you're gonna have to kind of get used to using your back fingers, depending what finger you're using the slide on. Try to get your back fingers at least to mute the string so they don't make a whole lot of noise. That's the first movement. 3, 2, open on the 4th string. And then you're gonna get an open A string or A flat here. 3, 2, open, and then open 5th. And then it's gonna go on the 5th string, 3rd fret, but you're gonna kind of slide it up above it like this. And then release it on the open D or open 4th string. Like that. 3, 2, open, 4th, open 5th. 3, slide up slightly, and then release on the open 4th string. Once you get that, it goes into this part. Basically the same thing you did on the 5th string, but now on the 6th string. Open, 6th string, 3rd fret, but kind of slide up slightly, and then release on the 4th string, open again. So open, 3, slide up, and then open 4th. All together. After you do that, you go back to the 5th string and do the same thing. So it's open A, 3, slide up slightly, release on the 4th string. All together. And then it repeats the same. That's basically the phrase right there. Then it repeats the phrase again. And then you're gonna basically get some kind of chord. I think he's not using a slide on it because it would be really hard. Basically, it's like an F to G note here on the. You can basically go on the 4th string, 3rd fret, slide up to the 5th fret. It'll sound like this all together, the second phrase. Up to there, the whole thing will sound like this. Second phrase. And it starts over again with the same phrase again. And then this is where it gets kind of tricky. He plays an open C sharp. fourth string. And he goes 3, 2, open on the fourth string. And then open A string. So open 6, 3, 2, open on the fourth. Open fifth. And then he goes from on the third fret, kind of slides up. And it's kind of fast, it goes like this. String, slide fast really quick and open fourth. And then the next half of it, after that, once you get this slide part, slide up to the 5th fret on the 4th string. 5, 3, open. Then open 5th. Slide up on the 3rd string like this, and then resolve it on the 4th string. So all together it's gonna sound like this. It's kind of tricky, the rhythm of it. You're gonna have to hear the song several times to get it. This is how it goes all together. Let me start from the beginning. Basically the intro part. It'll do that 2 times, and then it goes into the more distorted part without the slide. The riff is basically the same, except for there's one note slightly different that he does. It goes like this. Starts off the same, 4th string, 3, 2, 0, open A, or open 5th, I should say, since it's not A. Slightly bend up the 3rd fret on the 5th string. Yeah. So 3, 2, open 5th. String, 3rd, but instead of getting the high D string, you're gonna get the low E string there. Okay. That's one of the differences. Then I'll do it again. When you get to the high E, the 5th string, you're gonna play a F power chord, slide up to a G power chord, which is 3rd fret on the 4th string, and then slide up to the 5th fret. To that point, it sounds like this. Repeat the same riff again. When you get to the open E, you're gonna play it again. Kind of bend it up, and on the basically only 3 chords. D, A minor, and G. Except for since we're tuned differently, you're not gonna play the 3rd fret on the 6th string because then that'll sound horrible. It'll sound like this. That's not what you want. That's not even a part of the chord anymore. So you're just gonna play without your middle finger. And this is kind of the rhythm. It's basically one measure per chord. When he goes on the D string, he does like a D sus2 and then D sus4. So the way you get that is you let go of your middle finger, add your middle finger on the 2nd fret, and then pinky on the 4th fret on the 1st string like that. He does that kind of thing. There's no real consistent strumming pattern or picking pattern he does, but he does that a lot when he gets on that D note, on that D chord. And it's arpeggiated for the most part. Arpeggiated means instead of strumming all the strings, he's like picking each note individually. Like that. And he doesn't really do nothing too consistent except for that little D sus2, sus4 thing on the D chord. Like that. Then he goes into the A minor. And he does similar thing there to A minor, and then he does A sus4, which basically what you need to do to get to that chord is add your pinky on the 3rd fret B string. The A sus2 is without the index finger. You're basically twinkling around those notes on the B string. And then the G string. If you're counting, it's basically 4 counts per chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then starts over. There's a second part of the verse. After it does that about 2 or 3 times, it goes into this other part of the verse, which you're gonna need a C add 9 chord, which is basically like if you play a normal G chord, but you get your middle finger and your index down a string each, and you don't play the 6th string. So basically, you're adding the D note, which is the 9th here on the B string 3rd fret, and then the G note up on the 3rd fret 1st string like that. There is a strumming pattern for this, I can tell you guys. It's C add 9 is down, down, and then on the G chord, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, and then on the D chord, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, so down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, down. Last section, which I like to call the pre-chorus. Basically, it goes down to up to a D chord again, and then it goes into an A major chord. I confuse that with the A minor chord. A major chord. Then it goes to G, C add 9, part section I need to show you guys, but I'll get to that after I explain how it all comes together. Slide intro 2 times. I tried this out because it would take way too long to explain how it goes into every section. So once you get all those parts and just kind of piece them together, it's pretty straightforward. So slide intro 2 times. Then it comes in with the full band with the riff without the slide 2 times. The verse A, which is the D to A minor to G part 3 times. Then the second part of the verse, which is verse B, and that's the C add 9 to G to D 2 times. And then that pre-chorus, which goes from D to A major to G to C add 9 to G. Then there's a chorus 2 times. Then after the chorus, the full band's still going, a lot of distortion going on. This verse A, it's basically these chords done in power chords. So instead of playing B like this, A, and G, it's actually I think I might have mixed these up. This should be the C. After it does the chorus, it does this. Say chorus B, I made a mistake there. That part is the C power chord, 3rd fret, power chord on the 5th string. And since you're detuned to a power chord here, just get the power chord of the G here on the 5th fret like this. And back to the D. So. Pattern like I showed you before, but use these chords instead. Then it does a little bit of the pre-chorus. It does that 1 time. And then with no distortion, it does singing. Then it starts doing it with the singing again, as you already know. This time it does it 2 times. Then it does verse B, which is the C add 9 to the G to the D 1 time. The verse after that, that means it's the solo. Basically, it's the verse chords 2 times while he does the solo. Then after the solo, it goes into verse B 4 times, and it's a little bit more built up at this point 4 times. It repeats the verse B, which is the C add 9 to the G. It does that 4 times, and then it goes into the chorus, and it does it 3 times. The last thing is the outro, which I'll show you guys right now. It's basically the same rhythm as verse 2, which is this part. It's this part of the song, but instead it goes from E major to G to D. That's this part. Same strumming pattern as I showed you guys for the verse B part, and it does the outro about 7 times, and then the song ends. And that's it. That's how you play Beggars and Hangers On by Snakepit. I'm not really going to cover the solo in this video, but if we get enough likes and people ask us for it, there's 2 little sections where Slash does some leads in there, and I'll do that, but to save time, I'm not going to cover it on this lesson, just the basic idea of the song. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below. We're on Facebook, Lo Tovar Guitar, so like our page, subscribe, send us messages, whatever, and we just might do your song. So thanks for tuning in to Tovar Guitar.